Have you ever felt like everyone around you is moving ahead while your life seems completely stuck? Have you ever wondered why your hard work isn't showing any results, even though you're giving it your best every single day? If you've ever felt that way, then this story is for you. Because by the end of it, you may never look at success the same way again. Many years ago, in a small, peaceful village, there lived a hard-working farmer. He had two sons, both around 13 or 14 years old. The boys loved helping their father in the fields and enjoyed working beside him every day. One beautiful morning, the farmer called both of his sons. In his hands were two tiny seeds. With a warm smile, he handed one seed to each of them and said, "Plant these seeds in different parts of the field. Water them every day, take good care of them, and let's see what happens." The boys happily accepted the challenge. The next morning, they prepared the soil, planted their seeds, and began watering them every single day. Days slowly passed. The older brother rushed to his field every morning, hoping to see a tiny green sprout breaking through the soil. But every day, there was nothing, just dry soil. A full week passed, yet nothing had changed. His excitement slowly turned into frustration. One day, he even dug into the soil to check whether the seed was still there. It was, but nothing was growing above the ground. He began to believe that perhaps he had received a bad seed. Meanwhile, his younger brother never complained. He quietly watered his seed every single day. He never dug up the soil. He never became impatient. He simply trusted his father's words and kept doing his job. 2 more weeks passed. The older brother finally walked to his father and said, "Father, I think my seed is defective. I've watered it every day, but nothing is happening. Maybe my brother received a better seed than I did." The farmer smiled gently. He placed his hand on his son's shoulder and said, "Some seeds simply take longer to grow. Keep watering it. Your job is to be patient." Although the boy was disappointed, he continued caring for the seed. A few days later, the younger brother's seed finally sprouted. A tiny green shoot appeared above the soil. He jumped with excitement. The whole family gathered to admire the little plant. The older brother watched quietly. His heart sank. He wondered why he was working just as hard, but seeing no results. Once again, his father smiled and said, "Keep watering it. Your time will come." Weeks continued to pass. The younger brother's plant grew taller every day. Fresh green leaves appeared. It looked healthier with each passing week. But the older brother's field still looked completely empty. Several times he felt like giving up. Several times he wanted to stop watering the seed, but each time he remembered his father's words. So he continued without missing a single day. Then, nearly 2 months later, something incredible happened. One morning, as he walked toward his field, he suddenly stopped. There it was. A tiny green sprout had finally broken through the soil. His face lit up with joy. He shouted, "Father, come quickly!" Everyone ran toward the field. His seed had finally begun to grow. But the greatest surprise was still waiting. Over the next few weeks, his plant grew faster than anyone had imagined. Soon, it became taller than his brother's tree. Its trunk became stronger. Its branches spread wider, and before long it was covered with large, sweet mangoes. Meanwhile, the younger brother's tree produced small apples. Both boys looked at their father with amazement. The farmer smiled and finally revealed the secret. "The seeds I gave you were never the same. One of you planted an apple seed and the other planted a mango seed." He continued, "A mango tree spends much more time growing strong roots beneath the ground before anyone can see it. Although it appears later, it becomes stronger, taller, and bears much greater fruit." Then he looked at both sons and said, "Life works exactly the same way. Some people bloom early, while others spend more time building strong foundations that no one else can see." Friends, that's the lesson we all need to remember. Today, social media makes it seem as though everyone else is succeeding faster than we are. Someone gets their dream job, someone starts a successful business, someone achieves their goals, and we begin believing we're falling behind. But maybe your roots are still growing. Maybe your progress is happening where nobody can see it. And when your season finally arrives, you may become the strongest tree of them all. So never compare your journey with someone else's. Stay patient, keep working, trust the process, because the greatest trees always take the longest time to grow.